Hey guys, it's Shara from Woodshop Diaries, and today I'm going to show you how to upgrade your standard cabinet hardware. Not the hardware that you see on the outside, although that is fun to upgrade. We're talking about the cabinet hardware on the inside, the functional hardware for your actual cabinets. That's something that you probably don't think about very often, but when you use them all day, every day, they're kind of important. If you want to upgrade from your standard cabinet hinges to a super cool soft close cabinet hinge, this is the video for you. I'm going to show you how to do it using Liberty concealed cabinet hinges. If you have existing cabinets, the first thing that you need to do is remove your cabinet doors from your existing cabinets. If you're building new cabinets from scratch like I was, you'll need to cut your cabinet doors to fit your particular cabinet. Depending on what style cabinet you have, whether frameless or face frame, or with full overlay, partial overlay, or inset doors, your doors will be different sizes, different shapes, and different designs. If you aren't sure what kind of cabinets and cabinet doors that you have, you'll need to figure that out before you purchase your hinges. Liberty Hardware has a great hinge guide that will tell you exactly what kind of hinge that you need depending on your type of cabinets. I've put that link in the description below to help you guys out. Once you've cut and or removed your cabinet doors, the first thing you'll need to do is grab a concealed hinge jig, just like this one that I'm using from Craig. These make it super easy to cut out the cups that you'll need to install your concealed cabinet hinges. Just like this, you'll have a cup cut, and then you'll grab your new concealed, hopefully soft close hinges, and you'll install these using the included screws. It's super simple. Once you've got your cabinet hinges installed onto your cabinet doors, it's time to install your cabinet doors to your cabinet boxes. You'll have 4 screws included with your hinges that will go into the holes on the hinge part that goes on the cabinet box. I'll show you a closer view in just a second. But what I like to do is hold the door as close to its vertical location as it needs to be. Don't worry if it's not perfect, you can always adjust this a little bit later. But I like to screw one screw into the top hinge and then another screw into the bottom, and then make sure I don't need to make any more major adjustments. If not, then I'll go ahead and screw the other 2 screws into both the top and the bottom hinge. Like I said, don't worry if everything is not perfect at first. The great thing about these concealed cabinet hinges is that they come with 3 adjustments. You'll have a vertical adjustment, a front-back adjustment, and a side-to-side adjustment. That's one reason why I love to use these Liberty concealed cabinet hinges. All the adjustments make it great for furniture building. One of the great things about using these Liberty concealed cabinet hinges is all the adjustments that you can use to get your door situated just right. If it's not all the way as high as you'd like it, there's a vertical adjustment. Or if your door is a little bit crooked and you need to adjust the top of the door maybe in this way or the bottom of the door out that way, there's an adjustment for that too. Or if your door is maybe rubbing against your cabinet box or it's too far out, there's an adjustment for that. So the great thing is that even if maybe your doors aren't perfectly square, or maybe you have older cabinets and they're not perfectly square, you can compensate for that using the adjustments on the hinges. I'll show you how. Once you've got your cabinets installed, you can make these adjustments pretty simple with just a screwdriver or a drill. You've got screws here that you installed the cabinet hinge to the cabinet box with. These are your vertical adjustments. If you need to adjust your door up or down just a little bit, there's slots in here where you put those screws. Simply loosen the screws with a screwdriver and adjust your door up or down. You'll have to loosen the screws on both the top and the bottom hinge for the entire door to move up or down, so just keep that in mind. When you get it where you'd like it, simply tighten your screws back up. One of my favorite adjustments on these cabinet hinges is this set screw right here. This will adjust your cabinet door side to side, and you can adjust these individually on the top and the bottom depending on how you want your cabinet door to move. If you use the screwdriver to screw this set screw in, you'll push your door out this way. If you want your whole door to move horizontally this way, you can adjust both screws the same direction. However, if your door's a little bit crooked and maybe you just want the top to come out just a little bit, you can adjust the top to come out just a little bit by screwing it in, or to go back just a little bit by loosening that screw. That's a great way to adjust your cabinet doors if they're a little bit crooked. The final adjustment is this set screw here in the back. You'll have to loosen this screw. It'll come out of the package pretty tight. So loosen that screw and you can push your door in to get it closer to the cabinet box, or pull your door out to get it further away. This is if your door is maybe a little bit crooked in the vertical direction. Maybe it's leaning one way or the other. These 3 adjustments are lifesavers. They're perfect for DIY furniture building, especially if you're just getting started and maybe you're not super experienced and everything's not perfectly square. These are definitely lifesavers. And that's how you adjust your concealed cabinet hinges. One of the things I've learned as I've built more and more furniture pieces is that hardware can really make or break your piece. Not only the hardware that you see on the outside of the piece, but the hardware that you use on the inside of the piece can really make a huge difference. These concealed hinges are a lifesaver because the adjustment options give you so much flexibility. So I highly recommend grabbing a pair of Liberty concealed hinges. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Now get out there and get to upgrading.